Hello. I'm Josh Elliott.
And I'm Abby Elliott, and welcome to our Darkest Hour review.
So, Winston Churchill was a person that existed.
And he was very important.
Yeah, just a little bit. He was the Prime Minister of England during the period of World War II. This movie is about his first couple weeks of him being Prime Minister.
So much went down. The Darkest Hour. It was...
It's just Darkest Hour.
It was an intense movie. There was a lot of stress. The movie was okay for me.
I liked it more than you did, but I also agree that it was just kind of I think yours is an mine's an
We're just on two different spectrums of
We were saying in our review for Victoria and Abdul, click below for the link to Victoria and Abdul. I don't really like historical movies simply because they feel like a history lesson, and I like it more when they're character pieces. I feel like this movie is 50-50 both. Part of it felt just like a big history lesson, which I wasn't really interested in seeing, and another part felt like a character piece on Winston Churchill, and also the people around him, like his wife and Lily James's character. I love Lily James. From this to Baby Driver, to Cinderella, to Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which was surprisingly a not terrible movie.
Go see that movie, guys. She's amazing. I love her.
And I think that casting her was probably a great decision because she just has such a likable persona to her that you can automatically trust her whenever she's on screen. The character she's playing isn't very well written. I think it's a pretty boring character, but I think because it's played by her, it's good.
I don't think it was poorly written. I just think that the story wasn't necessarily around her and Winston. She just helped with something. So I don't think she was poorly written. I just don't think she was in the story that much, and we didn't get to see character. My main problem with the movie was that I actually got sick for a part of the movie. So I was gone for 15 minutes in the middle, and I came back and I was like, okay, what did I miss? Nothing. I missed nothing.
It has its highs and lows in terms of pacing. There were parts when I was really interested and parts when I really wasn't. We're gonna go to spoilers just in case this actually didn't happen and it's a thing that just applies to the movie. Near the end of the movie, he's really trying to figure out what he should do with the war. So he literally goes on a public subway and just asks random people what he should do. It's just so brilliant watching this political figure have just a normal conversation with the citizens. It really shows you what Winston Churchill was like as a person, that he really did care about the people so much that he would literally ask for their advice on how to run the country.
It apparently did not happen. It's something that they think he would have done. I did like when he was meeting with the cabinets, though. It was so intense. And I think that's something that the movie really did convey, was how intense these couple days were. One thing I loved that the movie did was it put the dates, what happened, and then when we would switch dates, it would just switch it. Everything happened in the period of 5 days. This seems like it could have been 3 months. So I think that really helped me understand what Winston Churchill was going through, and I loved that part of it.
My biggest problem with the movie is that I think Winston Churchill has a great dynamic with the female characters in the movie.
Yes.
They respect him, but they know how to approach him right, so there's a really interesting dynamic. The thing that I don't like is that there are so many supporting male characters, and most of them have the exact same opinions on everything. All the other supporting male characters just blend into one for me.
The king was the only one that stood out to me.
Yeah, there's a lack of differentiation between the scenes, and it gets kind of boring.
There was a chunk in the middle where I kind of just zoned out and was I'm tired. After those boring parts, they did kind of pull you back in, but there were still a bunch of the boring parts.
Gary Oldman is terrific as Winston Churchill.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And our dad made a comment that he doesn't look at all like Winston Churchill.
He doesn't.
But I still was that's Winston Churchill.
Yeah, he'll probably win an Oscar
Hopefully.
for that performance. Cinematography surprised me. It was really good. Yeah. Also, production design and costume design.
Costume design. As I'm saying, I love me some costumes. They were amazing, especially Lily James's costumes. And Winston Churchill's wife.
Oh, yes.
Because the male characters were about the same thing, but that's that's not a surprise. That was just how they were. But the female characters, they wore different colors, they wore pencil skirts, they wore jewelry, they wore big hair, they wore different things, and it was beautiful. I loved it.
Also, I don't know who the director is, but one, he has a great eye for like interesting visual things for the camera. Like there's this shot where it's an overhead shot of like a battle and there are explosions happening, and then it pans and it transitions somehow into the face of a dead child. And it's horrifying. There are some really interesting lighting choices in terms of cinematography, and also the director knows how to do blocking really well.
Yes.
Because he blocked the scenes in a way that not only shows off the actors, but it also shows off the set. And I thought that was really interesting because I found myself noticing the set a lot more than I do in most movies.
Something that I do have to say with the cinematography, have been a couple comments by other people that we know saying that it felt very modernly filmed, and so it kind of took away from it. I didn't see a problem to that, but I can see why people would believe that.
Yeah,
Final verdict.
Let's just give our numbers. 7.
6.
6.5 is our rating for Darkest Hour. Sorry, we're in a hurry. We have to go see Pitch Perfect 3, and it starts in like 25 minutes.
That review will be up soon.
So, tell us what you thought of Darkest Hour. If you think Gary Oldman will win the Oscar, if you comment, I will put you through the stress Winston Churchill went through. Peace out.
Thank you so much for watching our video. Click here to subscribe and click up here to watch our last review. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and make sure you share this video with all of your other high school and film nerd friends. Bye!